who can call herself world champion since...
Oh, she's delighted with that.
World all-around champion.
Packed house once again.
It looked a fairly quick routine, but difficult.
14.683, and that's got her into second place. There's the standings. Huang Guidan in front of Sophie Sheda and Yao Yinan after that unfortunate fall on the Tangani. She fell as well. So they're the top 4 places at the moment, but now begins the procession of power. Simone Biles, the United States, the all-around champion of the world.
Starts with the forward element, shoot up to the bar, but she did split her legs just a little bit. She's so strong and solid in these handstand shapes. Full pirouette straight into the Kachev. And I love this combination, the pike Kachev into the salto, down to the low bar. Half turn, she's got a really efficient routine, not too many empty elements, not on the bars too long, just watch up for the dismount, full twisting double back. Not a lot given away to the judges.
That was powerful, that was precise, and she's determined to add to her medal collection then.
I think she's going for a medal on each piece in this competition, and with that routine she could quite easily take another medal on bars. The thing about her in qualification, she hasn't necessarily got the hardest start. There we can see the shot straight into an upstart handstand. Nice clean lines from the American. The total could have gone either way there, straight into the Kachev. She's got such nice height in the Kachev element. There again you can see the Kachev, but in a piked position this time, straight down to the low bar with the pack salto. And here's the dismount, toe on off, straight into the back in full, knows exactly where that landing is. And the big smile that we've all grown to love in this competition.
She's not really such a classical bar worker. It's not her piece really, is it?
It's not.
She's dynamic on bars like she is everywhere else, but she's very efficient and she doesn't give a lot away.
She's worked the code. She hasn't necessarily got the hardest start score for this competition, but she doesn't give anything away.
14.716, she's gone into silver medal position. A couple of good ones still to come though, Simone Biles.
From the United States, ladies and gentlemen,
Anna Ross in final preparations. The second USA gymnast in his final Kyronets. Lovely, long, elegant lines. Looks so good when she's swinging bars.
And the more I've seen of this gymnast, the more I've enjoyed her work on the bars. Look at the flight and the height, the energy she gives herself. Super straight handstand shape, just a tiny deductions on split legs. But she works with the bars very nicely. The bars bend and give her height. That was a very good high somersault, high front somersault. Finishes the pirouettes well, hits that lovely straight line again. Really times everything very well indeed, and she's tall, but look, she doesn't have to bend her legs. Keeps a fabulously straight shape in the double straight dismount. I've enjoyed watching her bar work a lot, Beck.
That was superb, absolutely superb.
Yeah, that was a fabulous routine. You can see the coach is really pleased, and obviously after last night you're going to be a little bit tired or you're going to be on top of the world, so she's come out and performed to her best yet again. But that's what the Americans are renowned for. Here we are, the shot straight into the pack salto. Such lovely clean lines. There is small form errors, as you can see there. There's just slight loss of leg form, but there's not a lot to take away. There's that stoop skill that we've been talking about so much with the full turn into the shoot down. There's nothing you can take on that low bar.
She has so much time.
She does. She just seems so effortless, and even though she's a tall gymnast, she's got that nice double straight, and you can see exactly the landing. The nice thing, you can see the Americans, they all seem to get on so well. They're always there cheering each other on.
I'm used to that celebration between those two. And I think there'll be a few more before this competition.
I think this is going to be a competition to remember these two for.
They're really very different, aren't they? They're completely different physique types, type of gymnasts.
Totally different.
Analysing the finer points with each other.
Some gymnasts, when you watch them, they sort of seem to fight the apparatus, whereas I really feel she feels that swing on bars, just like you did there.
Yeah, she uses the bounce of the bar completely, and she knows exactly where her body is.
What a score, 15.266. She now has gone ahead of Simone Biles to be in second position. Huang Huidan out in first, Kyla Ross and Simone Biles in second and third, respectively. And then Alia Mustafina qualified with a 14.9, but she produced something very special in the all-round competition. Christine will take us through it, but be prepared to be impressed.
Well, she's the Olympic champion on bars. Lovely pirouette. Now watch this. Half turn, full turn in the Shaposhnikova. Straight down to the bar, but she missed that combination. She put an extra circle in to go back up to the high bar. Nice turn. I love the way she does that. Front somersault, she just floats. Turn off full pirouette. That's beautifully on top of the bar. Straight into the 1.5 dismount. A couple of little stutters, but a short, packed routine.
It was, I mean, last night's routine I think was slightly better than that. Obviously she had the extra connection from the low bar to the high bar, but she'll still be pleased with that. Whether it can contend the Chinese, I'm not quite sure.
I think it'll probably be a little bit down to the difficulty level. She missed one connection, didn't she? But she...
Here's the shack full, which she has actually submitted as her own skill since we've been here. Straight down into the pack, and this is where she would normally go straight back up to the high bar. The piped Jaeger, such a nice element performed by Mustafina there. Straight arm catch, and you can see the coach standing in. She seems to make it look so effortlessly. And there's the dismount, the 1.5 that she's... Seems to be the only gymnast that chooses to do that dismount. It's quite a very difficult line. Landing.
Well, she's not too impressed, but we were. She could have reproduced last night's wonderful routine. There wouldn't have been a doubt, but now there is.
She's looking for that world title, and she knows it's not quite enough.
15.033. She's in third at the moment, with one gymnast to come. There's the leader, Huang Huidan, out there in front, just one performance away from solid gold. And it's Ruby Harrell from Great Britain, qualified with 14.6. Last to go in this bars final, Ruby Harrell.
Ruby from the Academy Gymnastic Club in Portishead. Performed so well in qualification. Watch that, the full turning pack. Really impressive, and this is the original work. Shoot into handstand, full pirouette, very nicely linked into the shoot up to the bar. She's got original work here. Turn off half turn. Tips into the front somersault, catches a beautiful stretch. Just the dismount to go now. Come on, Ruby. Double front, lands, one big step backwards. But that was a super routine.
You could hear the yell, go Ruby, and did she go?
She sure did. I mean, you can always hear the British girls. They'll get as close as they can get to cheer her on. And it was a fabulous routine. There were small errors that you could pick up here and there, and obviously the stepping on landing, but it's still such a new routine that she can build on. There's the full twisting pack, straight into the upstart handstand. This is her original element or connection, the Schlerden, and it is the wow factor. You can hear the crowd in the background, the Chapar. I don't think anyone, when they watch that, they do not expect her to go straight back down to that low bar, and you can just hear the crowd's reaction to it. And here's the dismount, and just that big step on landing. She'll be pleased with that performance.
Well done, Ruby Harold.
Yes, competed late last night, performed on bars as her last piece, performed well. Each day she's really performed that routine well, and she and her coach Liz Kincaid will be very happy with her championships.
They will be. I mean, she's still so young, and obviously she's got another few years ahead of her.
14.333, 7th place for Ruby. And there is the winner, Wang Huidan. 15.4, a lofty score. You can see that Yao Yinan is terribly disappointed, but she'll come again.
Such a contrast in emotions, and it's horrible when you're in that position, but then obviously Kyla Ross has got a smile on her face, and Simone as well.
It's a really, really good competition. Contrast in style, shape, type of gymnastics. Alia Mustafina finishes up with a bronze medal.
The Chinese are very often quite emotional like that, aren't they? I can remember the gymnast who took silver on beam at the Olympics cried her eyes out because it was only silver.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in many a competition and they've fallen, and you can just see straight away the reaction, and there we have the final standings.
Confirmation, Wang Huidan takes gold from Kyla Ross ahead of her teammate. Oh, beg your pardon, Alia Mustafina in 3rd and her teammate Simone Biles in 4th place.
Well, it was a first-class performance, I have to say, from Wang there, and Ross coming in there. Lewis, we said how beautiful she is, a new gymnast on the scene, and she's your mum's new favourite. She's my mum's new favourite as well. But this is, of course, Ruby Harold's routine. She finished in 7th place there. The score of 14.333, and it almost seemed to me as if what happened with Becky Downey really focused Ruby's mind.
Well, I think it's probably because, you know, she's the next Brit in the final, and it's her piece. You know, bars is the piece that she now wants to improve on the most and show that she's a contender in the world stage. And you know, so I think that's probably why she's a bit shaky. But you know, again, she's young and she can grow.
Well, you may have seen the strong men have come out into the arena. We're moving on to rings, and we wanted to find some people with the power and dexterity to explain what this piece of apparatus is all about. Now, unfortunately, Mitch Fenner and Christine Still were busy, so we sent Lewis Smith and Ben Twett.
Now, the rings are an extremely hard discipline, and only a few sportsmen have the attributes to truly master it. You have to be flexible, have extreme static and explosive strength, and it's the only discipline or sport where all three are combined. The whole entire body has to be tight and switched on from start to finish, and impeccable core strength is needed, as demonstrated by my oval assistant, Beth Tweddle.
Zanetti, steel is called!
Show me how it's done, Beth. Would you look at that?
Look at that! Okay, I've got to get it down.
And that is how it's done. Voila!